Hi, I hope you're having a great Saturday. Well, today I want to talk about something which is beyond medicine. Now, whenever I use the term beyond medicine, it does not mean it is a replacement for your doctors, for your chemotherapy, your radiation, whatever drugs or medicines or treatments that your doctor has suggested. When I talk about beyond medicine, I'm talking about a whole territory that exists beyond medicine. I'm talking about things like prayer, I'm talking about hope, I'm talking about miracles, I'm talking about changing your nutrition and boosting your immunity and solving a problem. I'm talking about moving from sedentary to active so that a lot of your lifestyle problems suddenly disappear. I'm talking about simple, inexpensive things like improving your sleep. So when you improve your sleep, your hormones fall in balance, you wake up fresh, you have more energy, you need less stimulants, you have less cravings. When I talk about beyond medicine, I'm talking about certain mysteries in life that exist that no one has explanations for. There's no pill to sell, there's no drug to sell. It's about, looking beyond medicine, a territory that may have a solution to a problem that you're currently going through. That the conventional approach can no longer fix. I started thinking about today's topic a few days ago. I had a call with a gentleman who's 87 years old and he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So the doctors told him that you need to do the conventional treatment, there will be radiation, there may be a chemo drug, and then there'll be hormonal treatment. And this gentleman asked the doctor, so how long will I live post this treatment? And the doctor said, we can't guarantee anything else. Yes, there will be side effects, and yes, there will be all these problems. This gentleman had a call with me and he said, Luke, I'm not going ahead with the treatment. So I said, why not? This is what you need to do. These are your symptoms. This is what your doctors advise you to do. You need to go through it. So he said, no, I made my decision based on wisdom. So I said, can you please explain yourself? What do you mean by a decision based on wisdom? So he said, see, I'm 87 years old today, okay? There are going to be terrible side effects. I have no guarantee that my condition's going to get better. And the doctors did say I'm going to be in and out of hospital for at least 6 months to a year or maybe even more than that. He said, I'm 87 years old, I've lived my life, I got beautiful grandchildren, I have the money for treatment, I can fly to the US, I can fly to Portugal, I can do all of those things. But today when I assess everything, my decision clearly comes to the fact that I've achieved, I have my children. Where do I want to spend my time? In hospital? Or do I want to spend my time with my grandchildren? Whatever happens, happens. I have a certain level of acceptance in me. And he said, I've made my decision with wisdom. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video today is because, again, it has to confuse us with the amount of technology we have, medicine, nutrition, gyms, trainers, nutraceuticals, superfoods. Why are the health statistics getting worse and worse? You can't blame it on pollution alone. Everyone's breathing the same air. Everyone should be sick, but everyone's not sick. You can't blame it completely on contamination in food. All of us are probably eating the same food. All of us are not getting sick. You can't just blame it on the water quality because all of us are drinking almost the same kind of water and all of us are not falling sick. There's something beyond that, something beyond that. Now, when you look at healing today, a lot of people think healing is using energies or pranic healing and all of that stuff. Yes, it's healing. But when we talk about healing the holistic way, it doesn't have to involve things that we don't understand. It has to involve working with things that exist. That one word, wisdom, changed everything. Today, all of us in our life, we are not making decisions from a space of wisdom. Look at the internet. The internet has so much of information. It's got knowledge, it's got opinions, it's got science, but it doesn't teach you how to inculcate wisdom. What is the point of so much of information and knowledge if you don't have the wisdom to use it the right way or to choose how to use it to impact yourself? I always give the example of 100 specialists passing out of the best medical school in the world. Okay, these 100 specialists have gone through the same education, the same teachers and professors, everything is the same. But yet all of these 100 people will not be successful in their lines of work. You should have 100 super successful doctors all at the same level, medical professionals all at the same level, nutritionists all at the same levels. But no, 3 or 4 of them will reach the top. The rest, they don't fail, but they do what they have to do. Same information, same knowledge. What we're missing out is wisdom on how to use the information, the knowledge that is existent in abundance around us. Today, when you look at life, you need to understand one thing for sure, that information does not equal knowledge, and knowledge does not equal wisdom. You can have the best degrees and what you want in life, what you have in life. Get all the knowledge that you want, study as much as you want, full respect for people who do that. But if you don't have the wisdom to learn, to organize, and to use and execute what you learn to create impact, your knowledge just stays knowledge and your degree just remains a degree hanging up in your office. Now, why am I saying all this? Because today, when you look at sickness, we look at Google to tell us what's wrong with us. We go to specialists, doctors, nutritionists, healers to tell us what is wrong with us. Yes, I'm saying you may need that. But we have stopped listening to the whispers of the human body. Everyone's body is constantly whispering to them, telling them, hey, something's wrong. Hey, something's not going right. Here's a warning for you. And if we pay attention to these warnings when they just start off, believe me, we're looking at different statistics in disease and healthcare. We're looking at prevention. We're looking at the betterment of our lifestyles, the enhancement of our well-being. Yes, there will be people who will fall sick genetically, have accidents, all of that stuff. I'm talking about the whole other population that is running and looking for more complication rather than listening to the whispering of the human body. If you are in silence for a while, for example, you have a headache right now, okay? A headache is your body trying to tell you something. But immediately we'll Google, we'll pop a pill, we'll do everything to get rid of the headache. And that headache now becomes more and more, it moves into a migraine and then it moves into something else. But if we had listened and tried to find out in the first place, why do I constantly get this headache? Your body's giving you clues all the time. Constipation is your body trying to tell you something is wrong with you. You ignore it, it's going to become a serious, serious problem. Acidity is your body trying to whisper to you that something is wrong. You let it get chronic and you are looking at severe diseases. Okay, little deficiencies in your body, little deficiencies, your hair starts falling. Your body's trying to whisper to you, hey, something's wrong. But instead of listening to those whispers, we start attacking that problem with chemicals, with expensive treatments, with all of these things where your body's really just trying to tell you, we have to understand and accept that the human body has an intelligence that human beings are yet to match in a science lab, in a pharmaceutical lab, anywhere. We are yet to match the intelligence of the human body, and we ignore the signs that the human body tells us. Now, why do we ignore the signs that the human body tells us? Because all of us are moving too fast in life. The next time if we have a symptom or a warning and you listen to your body, the word that I'm trying to arrive at is wisdom. Now, the source of wisdom is a very powerful drug called intuition. Intuition exists in all forms of knowledge, information, and science. The scientist who invented anything or came up with a theory had an intuition that this may work, and hence they studied it, they researched it, they did everything possible to make it work. It started off with an intuition. Hey, an intuition that man can fly, an intuition that man can reach the moon, an intuition that you can build a $1 billion empire, an intuition that you can create a piece of art that becomes a masterpiece. Everything started off with intuition. Today, we don't work with intuition anymore. We look at science, we look at opinions, we look at information and knowledge. But we've disguised and we've just basically pushed our intuition so deep inside of us that we don't listen to it anymore. And without intuition, we don't have wisdom to make any sense of the knowledge and information overload that we currently have. Every mom has experienced intuition of their child waking up in the night, something happening to their child or something like that. Everyone at some point in their life has experienced intuition. In a relationship, no, something's wrong. I need to get out of this right now. Intuition. Taking up a job deal. Intuition. Making an investment. Intuition. Yes, there's science and opinions and information, but intuition comes first, and that is the source of all wisdom. So if you have intuition when it comes to your health and your life and everything else, but what weakens intuition? What weakens intuition is our constant dependence on technology, on apps, on social media, on people talking, people's opinions. It doesn't let us think anymore. It lets us think according to other people's opinions, not on our own. So intuition gets weaker and weaker. And you can see that in the whole weight loss industry. People want to copy anyone who lost weight, anyone who looks good. Someone has great skin, let's copy that person. Someone loses weight, oh, can I have his diet plan immediately? Where's your intuition? You know, your own whispers of your body telling you that, hey, Luke, you have a weight problem? This is what you need to do in your life. Person A, B, C's diet program is not going to help you. Your body's going to tell you exactly what is right for you. But intuition is weakened, and hence we look all around us to make our lives more complicated. Someone says, hey, this green pill of chlorophyll and spirulina will increase your protein and you'll increase your muscle mass and clean out your kidney. And all of a sudden, everyone's jumping for that green pill. Our intuition tells us that, hey, you don't even need that green pill. You live a healthy lifestyle. You're doing the right things. You don't need your kidney cleaned. You don't need a detox. You're absolutely fine. But we don't hear that voice of intuition. We don't hear that inner voice because we are constantly weakening intuition with the programs we watch, the technology, apps to think for us, artificial intelligence to do what we should be doing, reminders to do things that our intuition should be telling us. When you're thirsty, your body will tell you when to drink. Why do you need an app to tell you when to drink water? Because your intuition is weakened, because you're moving too fast in life. Your brain is cluttered with everything which is drowning your own intuition. So what we need to understand is get back into relationships as well. When you fall in love, people always wonder, when you fall in love, it's so good the first few months, the first year. You're blinded. Your intuition is drowned, completely drowned in the new relationship that you have. Everything that comes along with the new energy of love and all of those things. And as things start settling down, you'll find that your intuition speaking to you. Hey, why should I accept this behavior anymore of this person? Oh, I don't like this person's tone. It was the same tone when you really fell in love the first time. And all of these things because your intuition was drowned, completely drowned. Now, the way forward is how do we get our intuition to be stronger and stronger? Number one, silence. Only when you are silent will you hear the whispers of your heart, your mind, and the human body. Only when you are silent. You cannot be in the middle of a meeting expecting your intuition to talk to you. Even if you're in a business deal, and today you'll see this, you'll see the deception in business deals, in collaborations and negotiations. People are trying to hurry you up to make a decision. They don't want intuition to set in front of you. So they'll take you for fancy dinners, they'll give you material things, they'll try to drown your inner voice out by blinding you with all these material things and high evaluations and all these talks and all of these things. Because the quicker you make a decision, you don't have time. You got to step back and say, hey, I heard your proposal, or yes, you said these things, you expressed your emotions to me. I'll get back to you. Take that time to go back, be in silence, and listen to what your inner voice tells you, because your inner voice will not lie to you. It's called a hunch. It's called an inner voice. It's called an inner pilot. It's called your gut feeling. Your gut feeling is almost always right if it is coming from your gut and you are listening to it carefully. But the moment you bring opinion in, one of the most common examples, people are going through breakups, relationship problems, they speak to all their friends for advice. It's good, speak to your friends, vent it out. It's nice to have that emotional vent, but you're looking to them for opinions for something that's going on in your life. Every one of those people's advice that they give you comes from their space of opinions, what they've gone through, their emotions. And how is that going to impact your life in a better way? Use friends and society and people to vent and talk different ideas and stuff like that. But finally, only your inner voice is going to tell you whether that person is right for you or wrong for you. The job is right for you or wrong for you. This relationship is worth staying in or worth leaving. You should take this business deal or not. Only your inner voice, not science, not opinions, not knowledge, not information. That can enable you and empower you, but only your inner voice, which is your wisdom, will help you decide what is right for you. So now bring this whole analogy back to your health. Back to your health. We are getting sicker because we are trying to treat the human body as an engine of a car. This problem, kidney, okay, let's work with the kidney. Diabetes, let's work with sugar levels. Brain, let's work only with the brain. Forgetting that everything is interconnected. And if you really listen, your inner voice will tell you the truth. Luke, you need to eat better. Luke, you need to move more. Luke, you need to take care of your stress levels. It is messing up your life. Luke, you need to sleep well. You wake up tired. What is your body telling you? You didn't sleep enough. No amount of coffee or stimulants is going to change the truth of your problem. No amount of sugar is going to change your energy, cellular energy. It's going to give you a fake form of energy. So then you have a supplement market that's pumping you with caffeine and supplements and saying, hey, feel better. We have a great product. But what is the truth? You didn't get sufficient sleep. What is the truth? I'm putting on weight. If every human being struggling with weight introspects, sits down in silence, your inner voice will tell you why you got fat. If it's not because of disease or something else, your inner voice is going to tell you why you got fat, when it started happening, when you started getting lazier, you started eating more junk, you started spending time in the wrong company, your emotional stress started getting a handle on you, your inner voice will tell you the truth. And that is the truth. No supplement can ever replace the wisdom of your own intuition and your own gut feeling. So today you're sick, you have a cancer, you don't need the world to tell you you're going to die. You don't need people to tell you all of these things. You listen to your inner voice. Your body will tell you right then, like that 87-year-old man. Wisdom made the decision for him. Wisdom decided that I got money, I want that money to go to my children. I've lived a life. If I have to suffer, I'll suffer, but I want to spend my time out of hospital with my grandchildren and with my family. He made a decision that he won't regret. He used wisdom. We use fear. Oh, what if this happens? What will people say? What will society say? The simplest example is with young children today. Every parent wants their children to behave in a way that conforms to what society thinks. Oh, what will that parent think? Oh, what will the parents in my friend circle think? What will this mom in my kiddie party think if my child is different? My child wants to do something different. You see, we're responding and molding ourselves according to public opinion, society's opinion, information, knowledge, and all of that stuff. We're not using wisdom. We're not using intuition. So to do that, we need to meditate. When we meditate, please understand it's not about sitting cross-legged and trying to silence your mind. If you have a teacher who's telling you that, change your teacher. Meditation is about observing your thoughts until the thoughts stop. And every time your mind gets distracted, come back to a point. It could be your breath, it could be a candlelight, it could be a mantra, it could be a word. Any of that stuff. Come back to that and you keep practicing and practicing and practicing, and your mind gets more and more and more clear. You're left with a space of calm, and in that space of calm you can look inside of yourself and look at the ego you have, look at the pride you have, look at the negatives that you have, and then address them one by one. And that's how you bring your intuition up. Everyone has intuition. Look at children, how intuitive they are. Intuitive when the weather changes. Everything. Children are intuitive because they live in a space of innocence. They don't have layers and accumulated layers like adults. So look at that. And that's why the child in us and adults always wants to come out at some point. We want to be naughty. We want to be playful. We want to do things. Oh, but society is watching us. Let's behave like adults. Let's behave like mature people. But there's an inner child in you crying out to be released. But you're too scared because who you are is attached by what other people think of you and their opinions. So today, when it comes down to the basic health, your body, I can promise you, is telling you stuff all the time. Like, see, I have a question right there. Weight loss plateau. Introspect. Weight loss plateau. What do you mean by weight loss plateau? Ask yourself, why have you reached a plateau? Your body will tell you why. You're probably doing the same exercise over and over again. You have the same mindset of negativity when it comes to your weight. You've not addressed your emotional needs and all of those things. And this is what I mean. Listen to your body, but we don't have the patience to, because we want quick fixes. We want instant gratification. If we want something, it should happen right now. We don't want to take 5 minutes of silence to get the truth out of us, because we believe we have more money, wealth, what we have right now. I'm status, I'm a CEO, I'm this, I'm that, I'm an industrialist, I'm an actor, whatever it is, means the world is at my feet. I should get everything the way I want it. Well, that's an illusion. You don't get it that way. People probably give it to you because they want something back from you. But your intuition can never be replaced by any other person on this planet, any technology, any artificial intelligence, any pill, any drug, or anything else. So work on your intuition. If there's something going on in your life, be in silence. Listen. Your body will whisper to you. Your heart and your mind will give you a clue. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.